Hello again. We're gonna do another tutorial. This time we're gonna add a river to our little wilderness game trail in the forest and campsite. Rivers are pretty easy. The program itself is designed to kind of do it for you. So if you had watched the last tutorial, you would have saw that we use this masking tool here to turn the entire thing into a piece of land. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump back to the masking tool, and instead of the add land feature, we're going to use the subtract. And what this will do is put like a little stream or creek or river or whatever right through this scene, wherever you want it. So let's do it here. Let's just see what happens. Alright, so there we go. We've added a little bit of a waterway. Let's make it a little wider. Alright, there we go. Makes it a little bit wider. And then what we're going to do is color it in. So we're going to be working on the background now. Go into our textures or brushes. Core has a couple of water things that are included. And then there's an actual water one, which gives some more options. But each one has different options as well, like the jungle. I like this one. Let's see what this does. Let's see. And we're just going to color this in. And it's pretty easy to see, but it seems like the scale is way too large. So we're going to go to the advanced settings. And the texture scale, we're going to lower it, and you can see how it's getting smaller. There we go. That looks a little better. Alright, we're going to get rid of some of these assets that are in the water just by clicking on them. We can leave a couple of stones there, you know. Maybe they can be jumped across. I'm going to move this tree. Just put it here. A little bit. Just a little overhang. Remember, create that depth, and adds a lot more like dynamic influence to your maps. Alright, these little things, we're gonna put some bridges. Go to the assets. You can type in bridge, see what pops up, and like there's a bunch of bridges already made. Let's go with something real rough. So we go with these. We're going to scale them down. Rough little bridge. We'll put it over here just so we can line it up with the grid, make it easier. And then this one is diagonal, so put it over here on these two boxes. Again, you know, when you set things up with the grid in mind, it just makes things so much easier when you bring it over to your VTT. Alright, let's go back to painting the river, give it some cool details, make it a little bit more interesting. We're going to go to the mask. Is this the mask? Here we go. Remember that stroke that we took out earlier? That brown stroke? We're going to put it back, but we're going to change the color. We're going to make it a little closer to blend in. So, go with some more green maybe. Actually, that tan wasn't bad. I like that. Reduce the opacity. A little bit more. There we go, that works. Alright, then we're going to go to the ripples. Where are the ripples? I like the ripples. So add some ripples. Increase the gap. And these are noticeable like when you're closer up. Yeah, kind of cool with that. Then we're going to go and just do some blending. Make it a little bit more interesting. It's going to be deeper in the middle. So where it's deeper, it's darker. But again, this isn't that wide, so let's say it might be like 2 feet deep. You know, it's just difficult terrain to walk across. Nothing that's gonna really hurt anybody. Remember, we're gonna match the texture to what we had before. That way it kind of lines up nice. I'm gonna change the angle. And then we're gonna start dabbing. Remember, I like working at like 0.3. So we're gonna start with that and kind of see where it goes. Gonna do these edges. We'll put some shadows underneath the bridge. Maybe a couple of little fish. And it's pretty simple. You know, this program makes doing these fun little maps very, very easy. Once you get a better understanding of how the program works, you just gotta play with it. You know, really, it's a lot of fun. All right, I'm gonna go to the core and go to that shadow. Is that shadow? Yes. And this will be for like the edges and underneath the bridge. A little darker. Underneath the bridge. Right here. Put little patches here and there. Just make it look a little bit more interesting. Click, click, click. Let's see, what else can we add? Alright, remember that spiky grass around the water that we used before? We're going to use that again. And what we can do is go right to something that we've used, that way the size will match what we're going to do, now with it. That way it kind of helps tie everything together throughout the map. Always remember, less is more. We don't really have to go crazy with it. Maybe these little hedges can block line of sight and there'll be something hiding in here. Maybe a giant frog, a crab. Alright, I'm going to put this there and then lower the layer because we want it under the bridge. And again, we're creating depth by doing this. More depth in your map, it just makes it a little bit more dynamic, a little more fun. It makes your players want to actually explore it. Instead of just lining up on a map and rolling initiative, and then you just keep rolling dice and doing whatever until one party is done and the other one is standing. I guess I don't know. That's kind of boring to me, but everybody enjoys the game differently, and I guess that's really all that matters. So now I'm gonna go in the foreground. Excuse me. Put some of the shadows on the grass. You want everything to tie in, so your world, these maps seem more immersive. And everything I say here, it's not like the Bible. Just if you find something interesting and you can learn something, fantastic. If something I say isn't to your liking, then that's okay too. I can't please everybody. That's alright. Alright, so now I'm gonna go and put some of these shadows in the water where the grass bunches would be casting a shadow. And again, all these details they're not necessary by any means. There are a lot of people who have very successful and fun games where they just use like a dry erase board with a grid on it, and they draw what's needed, and their games, are absolutely fantastic and fun. I'm just showing these little tips and tricks here because this is how I enjoy the game, on Roll20. It makes the game so much more fun for me. You know, whether it's Foundry or, you know, Owlbear or whatever platform you're used to. Maps like these, you know, they add to the game. They really do. Alright, so now we're going to start adding some fish. Alright, so we'll get like these little, let's see what fish are available. You know, starfish and stuff. Get these koi. Alright, and we're going to start placing them. See that crazy shadow? I don't want that shadow, it's too far. So, where is that? Shadow. Excuse me. Why is it so far out? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to darken these fish because they're under the water. So we're going to color the saturation. We're going to go down. The brightness, we're going to go down. Alright. The shadow. Why is that shadow so big? Here we go. The offsets. So let's bring that in. Try that again. Still too far. Remember, this water is only like 2 feet deep or whatever. So shadow's not gonna be crazy on it. That one has no shadow. How did it work? Let's see. There it goes. Okay. Let's bring it closer. No, it needs to be on the other side. There we go. Then we can blur it out, soften those edges. Add a little bit of intensity. Alright, I'm happy with that. And then again, we're going to go back to the color. And I want it to be darker. And we're also going to lower the opacity because it's under the water. Just a subtle thing. Alright, so we're gonna just add some fish. You know, maybe your players enjoy fishing. You know, and now they have a spot where they can cast a line. I love fishing. Freshwater, saltwater, all over, you know. I used to fish like every day at a time in my life. And I kind of miss it. Alright, let's add some other animals. They have crabs. So let's see, no, animals. I guess it would be good if I could spell. Oops, come on. Animals. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, all these different animals. Let's see, aquatic animals. They have crabs. These beetles. He's like a giant water bug. Like a giant, big water bug. I don't know. Alright, let's add a couple of crayfish. Or some lobsters, but, you know, some crayfish. Crawdads. Depending on where you are in the world. See, those are probably made by the rocks. So let's see, let's put one over here. That's big. That would hurt. Oh, that's real big. Oh, yeah. You know what? That's these. I like that. Big crawdad. Waiting for the current to bring something down for it to munch on. Smaller one here. Alright. Facing that current. Again, it's trying to hide from these other fish that are out there. The spider. Let's put a spider. There's gotta be a spider in here somewhere. Spider? Excuse me. Spider. Nope, no spider. Okay. Thought they'd have a spider. Alright, so animals. Let's see, what else can we throw in there? Some boats. Yeah. Why not? Where should we put these boats? So we put one over here. Something died a while ago. It's a leg bone, I push down. Maybe another piece. It's like over here somewhere. Let's see, do another one over here stuck in the rocks. Oh, here we go. We got a rib cage. That's okay. Yeah. So about that big. Over here. Hit it underneath. I don't know. Maybe if the players see that, they go investigate, and maybe there's a bullshit handler. Something, you know, it's not gonna break the game. And then we're just gonna add a couple of other pieces of random flowers and foliage to add some visual interest, and we're gonna pretty much have this done. And then the next one, I'm thinking we're gonna do a nighttime scene, same map, and I'll show you how to use like the effects to make it look like the camp is glowing from the fire. So alright, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like speed through this next section, and thanks for watching. Catch us next time. If you want to help support us, you know, these maps will eventually be on our Patreon. I'll put a link down below. Thanks a lot.